What up, what up, what up? I'm gonna jam up some blues right quick while I get myself together. Oh, we drinking tonight, y'all. Oh, y'all know we turning up tonight. Just came from the liquor store and got me a bottle just for the night. We ready? Let's get it. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's get it. Y'all know I got some smoke. I got some smoke. We gonna turn up tonight. I got some smoke and I got some drink. Let's see what's in this thing. Richard Randall, what's going on, old buddy? Shotgun right. My guy, my brother JJ, take the copy assassin up in this thing. Slick, what's happening? Sid Lewis, home team, he said, let's get real. Grenada Lake was awesome. Biggest was a 280, bunch of twos, a 280. 6 foot of water on structure. Oh, Lord. Man, I know you had a field day out there. Sid Lewis, I know you had a field day, fam. Vincent Carson, what's going on? Kim Barnett, what's going on, bro? Kim, I got some smoke. That's why I had to go to the liquor store. I had to go to the liquor store to give me some tequila. Because I got some smoke. So, y'all might well grab y'all drink. Grab y'all whatever y'all smoking. Grab whatever y'all drinking. We about to turn up tonight. I got some smoke. And y'all know who I got some smoke for. I'm finna send smoke signals from here to Canada. Let's see what we got. What we gonna jam? We're gonna jam one more jam. We're gonna get this thing started. Let's see what we got. Let's go. Y'all ready? So let's say, Kenny, we gonna have to chop it up one day. Oh, for sure. I don't mind. Coffee and a swisher here. Let's go then. We can go, y'all. We about to go. We finna make some U-turns, some detours. We about to turn up. Cause I got some smoke. Cause I'm tired. Tired of people playing with me. I got some smoke. Miss Christie, how you doing, Miss Christie? It's been a while. How you doing, Miss Christie? Yeah, man. I'm a little late, y'all, because I just left the car wash. So then I had to go by the liquor store. I said, I got to go on live and holler at my people. I got to holler at my people tonight. So I'm going to go and take me a shot before I get started. And if y'all want to drink, feel free. If y'all want to smoke, feel free. Do what y'all do. We about to turn up. Tonight. Because I got some smoke. I ain't never had this bottle. Thing might be. I don't know how this works. There we go. Ooh. We gonna get it out, y'all. Squiddo, what's going on, Squiddo? Let me pause this music. Here we go. We're gonna go and get our first shot out the way. Put a little bit, something like that up in there. Just a little bit. We're gonna take our first shot. And then we're going to start sending some smoke signals. Let's see, can I get somebody on this smoke signal to come back in and check in? That's not bad at all. Woo! Chat Jock, Mr. B. Man, what to do, y'all? Like I said, grab y'all a drink, grab y'all some smokes, or whatever. Because I got a smoking session tonight. Somebody call SK. Because I'm telling him, I told him about throwing them slick shots. And then he be always talking about shit that he don't know. So on his live, it was brought to my attention. Because I don't watch his lives. But it was brought to my attention. And somebody said they were going to Sam Braver. Because everybody knows that's like my favorite lake. And he wished to say, well, I heard it ain't no big fish. It's going to be hard to catch big fish out there. There's just a lot of good eaters. He would say that because he's a brush pile fisherman. And if anybody knows, when you're a 100% brush pile fisherman, you are going to catch a lot of eaters. And you're not going to catch a lot of the bigger fish that you could catch. Not saying that you're not, because I've caught big fish on brush piles also. But that lake has a lot of standing timber. And if you get in that standing timber, you can catch some good fish out there. Great fish out there. But he had to put his little 2 cents in and say he heard when he done been there one time, and I'm telling you, all he did was sit on the goddamn brush pile. That's all he do. That's all he can do. So he's somewhere in East Texas right now. I know he catching the blues out there because he was crying. I heard he was crying on there saying, "Oh, I had to cut my leader off, and I had to see all this nonsense stuff he be talking about." He can do it on Lake Houston to get away with it. You can't do that on these other lakes. That is why he won't compete competitively. He won't get in these crappie tournaments because he knows sitting on the brush pile ain't gonna do it. He gonna be in last place. And if anybody knows SK the way I know him, he don't like to lose, and he has to be at an advantage. So when he's not at an advantage, he's not going to compete. That's why he want to sit on Lake Houston and say, "Y'all come to Lake Houston and challenge me." Lake Houston is trash. It's not a hard lake, but it's trash compared to all these other lakes. I went to a new lake last weekend. Never been to in my life. Never been to in my life. First time ever going there. Me and old Joe Dendy. And we put a field day out. We was on a field day. Neither one of us had never been to that lake. We went to that lake. And within probably 3 hours, both of us had a limit of crappie. Good crappie. 2 pluses. But it's because we don't have a one-track mind. So y'all can listen to that goddamn SK y'all want to. Only thing SK can tell y'all to do how to catch fish on Lake Houston. And I would say this. If y'all want to get y'all mindset to fish one lake and only one lake, then hey, that's kudos to you. But me, I love crappie fishing. I love a challenge. So I don't want to sit on one lake, and that's all I do. I want to fish several lakes. Something that he's not going to do. He ain't going to fish several lakes. I see they got the crappie mats up at Lake Fork too. Man, that boy Hayden, he in second place right now. They got some good stringers out there. Well, I think him and I forgot the other guy name that came in second last time in the last tournament. He's a big name guy up there in the Lake Fork area too. But I see both of them hit 17 pounds. So them some big weights up there. So what's been going on y'all lakes? Are y'all fish still in the spun? Are y'all starting to catch them post spun? Are y'all still catching them in the spun? Are y'all catching them pre-spun? Last weekend, all our fish we caught was still I want to say, yeah, they were pre-spawning. Because they definitely weren't shallow. They weren't shallow. They were still sitting on timber in stump fields and all that. Some of them roaming. But they were still from like 7, 8 to 18 feet. So I think that it's just stages of them. I think we probably caught that last stage of them. So, I mean, what's going on y'all lakes? Have y'all been catching them in the creeks? I see a lot of people been creek fishing. I see a whole lot of people been creek fishing. So are y'all catching them in the creeks? Where y'all catching them at? MC, what it do? Callie's in the building. Double salute. Man, it's wonderful, wonderful to be here. But he said, hell, Seattle ain't doing nothing. Still cold. Oh, I know it is. That's a long ways up there. It's been some beautiful days out here last few days. I know some areas of the South, it's been real bad. I think they got some tornadoes or something going on in Arkansas or something right now. And I know like last week back in Mississippi, they had a horrible tornado that went through Rolling Fork and did a lot of damage, some major damage out there. So man, prayers for everybody going through the storm. Everybody took some losses, man. I sure hate it. Texas Crop Sam said ones I ones I kept still full of eggs, 16 foot of water. Yep, exactly. And see, last week I think I called it 236, and I called it 2 something last week. And I was just like, wow. And them the two biggest one I had was ready to pop. Like they were full of eggs, but they were like in 10 feet of water, submerged on timber. On submerged timber. And I was just like, dang. These fish ain't even started going in spawning, but I think it was just maybe the last stage of. But I've been having a field day. I ain't gonna lie, I've been having a field day. My plan was to go to Merval in the morning and meet up with my partner Yardley, but I've been having some kind of long work schedule, so I won't be able to go there. But I will be fishing locally. I will be fishing locally tomorrow somewhere in one of the local lakes. So I'm not looking for a lot. I'm not looking for a lot, but I'm gonna get out on that water. So and I'm gonna do a video too. So whichever lake I go to, it's on the 3 local lakes. It's Conroe, Lake Houston, and Lake Somerville. So out of those 3 lakes, I will be going that one of those lakes tomorrow. I'm gonna do a video. Hopefully I can catch some fish to put on the video. Or I might just be on the video talking smack saying how much I hate these lakes. I don't know, but we will see. Mr. B said, going for the first time tomorrow. Oh, Mr. B, where you going, Mr. B? Where are you going? Bud Crisco, my man. What it do, Bud Crisco? What it do? Yeah, man, prayer for everybody that's going through them storms, man, because I see them tornadoes definitely did some damage in Mississippi. They did some, like I said, I know it was a tornado earlier, it was in Arkansas, Alabama, Tennessee. Man, prayers to all those people that was affected by the storms. Jason Crop Assassin said 5 10s and 2 8s. Here, bro, I feel you. That's what I'm saying. So, I don't know. I'm going to be somewhere locally just because I just don't feel like driving. I've been driving a lot the last 2 or 3 weeks. So, I said I'm going to go somewhere locally, and I'll probably just be sad, but oh well. Lake Melones. Make Malones. Or make Malones or make Malones. What city and what state is that in, Mr. B? Yeah, so I'm still excited though. I got me another mount. I finally bought me a double mount for my front. Cause I had them little Kim balls, whatever the hell they call. But it's in Cali, okay. But I went ahead and invested in me a double mount, so I hooked that up, got the double mount hooked up, so tomorrow will be my first time actually fishing it. Now I can have a mount sitting in my face. I'm not gonna have my graphs in my face instead of fishing like this now. So I ain't gonna know how to act. But so that is one addition that I made so far. MC said Cali been getting monsoon rain the last few weeks. The lakes been closed due to flooding and debris in Southern Cali. Man, yeah, there's been a lot of rain going on. But I know that's a lot of rain for them to have to close the lakes. There must be a lot of rain going on in Cali, man. Y'all be safe out there. Be safe out there. Please be safe. So I'm undecided which lake I'm gonna go to. If I had the energy, I'd definitely be going to Merval, but I ain't got the energy to go to Merval. Just to drive up there and come back. That's about 3.5 hours, 4, one way. And I don't feel like driving that far, honestly. So I go locally where I can drive 1.5 hours one way. Texas Crop Assassin, Mr. B said, and yep, I'm taking them jelly bellies in that you won last year. Man, you gotta send me some pictures if you do some damage with them jelly bellies. You gotta send me some pictures. Mr. B, send me some pictures of that damage you do. Texas crappie assassin said, put a beat down. My mint's falling out my mouth. So if y'all didn't know, like, I don't like the taste of smoke, but I like to smoke. So I get some mints and put them in my mouth when I smoke. Texas crappie assassin said, I put a beat down double stack ultimate on my rig. I absolutely love it. See, I ain't got that type of money, JJ. See, JJ went to the for the gusto. JJ got him $600, $700, $800 mount. I got a Millennium double mount. It was $300, and I ain't even want to pay that. But I got a Millennium double mount. Haven't tried it out. Haven't heard nothing about it. Don't even know people that's had a Millennium double mount. But it seems pretty sturdy. I don't know yet until I use it tomorrow. So I will find out tomorrow and give y'all some reviews on the Millennium double mount. I'm excited about it. Cause like I said, now it's telescopic too, so I can move it. I think I can move it up to like 3 feet. So it can go up from 3 feet all the way down to the deck. Then you can lay it down. So when you're driving over rough water, or you can, pop it back. I mean, it's nice. But yeah, I wanted to beat down, but I wasn't finna spend. I ain't want to spend no beat down money. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't want to spend $700 or $800 on a mount. But I know they are the real deal though, and I know they'll last. I know you got the top of the line, JJ. You definitely got the top of the line. Squiddo said he did 20 minutes from her. Yeah, I know it's Squiddo, but from where I stayed, it ain't 20 minutes. Where I stayed about 4 hours, 3 hours and 45 minutes, 4 hours. And that's a rough trip on a one-way trip, fishing all day, then driving back. I had to get me a hotel out there or something. Because I wouldn't want to go up there for one day anyway. I really want to fish the whole weekend up there. Because that is a special lake. Oh, Texas Crop says I bartered for it. I ain't mad at you. If I could, I would too. Because them mounts are very expensive. I would have definitely bartered for it too. If I knew somebody that had one, I would look. I would know what you need, what you want. Let's make a deal. But yeah, you got a good one. You definitely got a good one. So somebody called SK. I want to see what he's saying about these Sam Rayburn crappie that ain't big. He said there's a lot of eaters out there. And all I can say, if Sam Rayburn crappie aren't big, then what in the hell do Lake Houston got? If you trying to tell me that the crappie on Sam Rayburn aren't big or it's hard to find, what do you consider big? That is my question. That's a question to y'all. What do y'all consider a slab crappie or a big crappie? I'm asking. We got 19 people on. I would love for everybody to chime in. Let me know what do y'all call a slab or a slab or a big crappie? What is y'all slab or big crappie? What size? What weight? Give me a length and give me a weight. Because I don't know. I think a slab or a big crappie is like 14 to 15 inches. Buck 50, pound 50, pound 75. I think that's a good slab crappie. That's just my opinion. 150, 175, 14, 15 inches. But what do y'all consider a slab crappie or a big crappie? JJ said Raven got slabs. I know. He said it's hard to find them, and it's definitely not, because every time I've been there, I've caught crappie over 2 pounds. Every time. And y'all know I've been there a lot. And every time I get there, I catch several crappie over 2 pounds. But I need to know what's considered a big crappie then, if it's hard to find them. And y'all gotta remember too, you taking that from a brush pile fisherman. So I mean, a brush pile fisherman wouldn't even really know, because he fishes brush piles. Kim say 150 plus. I agree. Brandon Willis say 150 or better. Texas Crappie says just got to do your homework and find them. That is a fact. TTG Outdoor says 14 to 15 inches in Mississippi, at least 2 pounds. Okay. I can feel that. C. Lewis said, tell me, because I don't understand why someone won't tell where they caught fish. Tell me, because I don't understand why someone won't tell where they caught fish. I don't know. That's a great question. Y'all know I'm telling what lakes I be on. Hell, I don't even care. My one secret lake is gone now. So I look. My favorite lake in Texas is Sam Rayburn. That's my favorite lake. I can go out there and catch 100 crappie if I want to right now. Michael Churchill said a 16-inch 329 is a big crappie. So I mean, of course, that's big, but I'm saying, what do you consider to catch a crappie and say, oh, this is a slab, but it's a big crappie? What do you consider? I mean, a 329 is a monstrous crappie. Anything 3 pounds is a monstrous crappie. We know that. But just what size and up is a big or slab crappie? JJ said a 175. I can definitely dig that. Chet Jock said, does anyone use 0 degree transducer mount on live scope? I do. I think mostly everybody. I ain't gonna say I don't know, but I know I use a 0 degree. That 0 degree bracket that you put your transducer on, I definitely use 0 degree. See, Lewis, I tell you exactly why I caught fish on Grenada, because they might not be. That's a fact. That is a fact. I'm gonna tell you, like when I used to fish Gibbons, everybody knew I used to put. I probably got 30 or 40 brush piles I put out there, and people see me put them out there. They go fishing and they won't catch a fish on them. You know, they just ain't there that day, or they just don't know how to catch it. I went right behind people on Gibbons and fished the same brush piles and wore them out. So just because you know where somebody is fishing, or the area, or where exactly where they fishing, don't mean fish gonna be there, and it don't mean you gonna catch them. See it, Lewis. JJ said, see it, amen to that. See it, Lewis, especially what lake you caught fish a day before. Facts, big facts. Flicks, I consider 1.5, 150 a very nice fish. Anything over that, I think is a hot. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Mr. B said at least 15 inches and at least 2 pounds. I can dig that. I can dig it. MC said I did catch him sliding Sam Raven after you flamed his butt on the last live. LOL. He talking about y'all tournament as well, saying we'll go north instead of south. LOL. I don't think nobody fished north on. I don't think nobody fished south on Sam Raven in the tournament. JJ, correct me if I'm wrong. Texas Crappie South. I think everybody fished north. Now you on that lake, you have a big arm north, and you have a small arm that kind of goes east and goes north. But I don't think nobody went below to the south end of that lake. Maybe one person. So for him even saying that, he don't know what he's talking about. I'm telling y'all, don't let SK fool y'all. SK don't know shit about no tournament fish. Nothing, because he never fished one. And he never will, because he can't. Now, I will say this, because I give credit what credit is due. If it ever becomes a brush pile tournament, y'all better watch out, because he's going to whoop some ass. Now, if this a 100% strictly brush pile tournament, then yes, he's going to whoop some ass. But in our tournament style, crappie tournament style tournaments, he ain't got a chance. Because brush piles, I ain't going to get it. He was talking to the winners, I believe. Yeah, I know the ones who won it. They did go north. They went far north, though. They went way far north than most everybody else went. But yeah, everybody fished north end of the lake, though. But like I said, with 2 arms. You have one big arm that goes up to the river. Then you have a smaller arm that kind of veers off to the east and goes north. And they won it from the big arm, the main body of water, the big arm that goes north. Those were the bigger crappie at. Yeah, the Texas Crappie said north for sure. Yeah, so we all fish north. It was just either you fish northeast or you fish straight north. Just like with Lake Fork. You know, you have east north and you have west north. Everybody knows if you fish Lake Fork, majority of the time it's the west north that's going to catch the bigger fish. You can fish east north and the northeast, and it's of course it's Lake Fork. You'll catch some big crappie. But majority of the people that fish Lake Fork, most everybody that win on Lake Fork, they go to the West Fork, northwest instead of northeast. See, listen, I told 3 people where I caught fish and what color, and all 3 of them had less than 5 fish between them. Just saying, that's facts. JJ said, I've never been south on Sam Raven. LOL. Me either. I'll probably fish that lake. I'll probably say maybe 15 or 20 times. I have yet to even go mid-lake. I ain't even went mid late, and I probably fished it 15 to 20 times. I haven't even went mid late. I had no reason to, because if you stay north, straight north or northeast, you're gonna, and you know how to fish on standing timber, know how to catch roamers, and even brush piles. Like, you gonna catch plenty of crappie that lake. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you want to catch a lot of crappie and some good 1.5s and better, Sam Rayburn is the place to be. I can promise you that. It is the place to be. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna catch some 3-pounders out there, which is doable, but you'll definitely catch some 1.5 to 2s out there. I'm telling you. I'm telling you what I know. Not what I heard, or like SK say, what I seen on the internet. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. And I got the proof. Romero, what's the deal with the deal? Man, it's all good. It's all good. Texas Crappie Assassin said West Arm on Fork for sure. Yeah, like everybody knows that if you go to Lake Fork and you competing, and you want to be if you want to be in the running, you better go West Fork. Don't go to the East Fork, which you can go to the East Fork. I'm sure somebody has won the tournament from the East Fork before, but you have better chances going to the West Fork. I would think so. After our tournaments are done in June, I'm thinking about maybe taking me about 4 or 5 days off and taking my boat down back home, Mississippi, because I want to do some Mississippi fishing in the summertime. Might go to my old home lake, my stomping ground, old Ross Barnett. Might go out there and do a little fishing. I might go to Grenada this summer. I don't know. Might go to Sardis. I don't know. But I'm definitely thinking about doing like a 4 or 5 day trip back home and doing me some fishing. I definitely got some private lakes I can go to, and I got some private lakes and some membership lakes back at home. We put 2, 3, 400 in the boat. But I want to get out on some of these big bodies of water. So hopefully this summer I can go back home and get on some of these big bodies of water and see what I can do. TTG said typically your average fish will be on brush piles. If you want to catch the bigger fish, you got to fish for the roamers. I agree. That's a fact. And so that's the thing. That's why he said there's a lot of eaters, smaller fish, not a lot of big fish, so it's hard to catch big fish. That's why SK said it, because he's a brush pile fisherman. And trust me and believe me, if y'all see the brush piles on Sam Rayburn, if you don't have that will to go look for bigger fish on roamers or standing timber, you won't leave them brush piles. Because I'm telling you, the last time I was out there, me and KP was out there. I wish KP was on live. He'll tell you. The last time we was out there, we had caught some huge roamers in about 5 or 6 feet of water. Caught some, I think, like some 230s, 240s. And we went on some timber, caught some on timber. So we was leaving, and I probably got about 40 brush piles marked out there. I said, let me look at one of these brush piles before I leave. Just to see how they started moving back on the brush piles. And we pulled up to a brush pile. I know it's at least 200 crappie on that one brush pile. If KP's on live, he'll tell you. It was about 200 crappie. We dropped a jig down there, and it was just like, bloop. I'm going to tell you what was so funny. KP said, man, I bet you can't catch 10 in 10 minutes. 10 in a row. I got up to like 7, and I was just like, man, I ain't going to do it. We had got our limit, and it was time to roll. But it was like 7 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every time you drop down there, bloop, bloop, bloop. I said, let me stop. Because I don't want to get in trouble. I want to keep fishing this lake. I don't need no tickets. So I'm going to keep these 50 that we have, and we're going to take it to the house. But I'm telling y'all, if you go on the brush piles on Sam Rayburn, you might not catch no big fish because you're going to get stuck. If you ain't got the will to leave and go and look for bigger fish, which ain't hard to find because there's a lot of standing timber on that lake, and you will catch a lot of 1.5 to 2s, 225 on that standing timber, and roamers in the timber. If you ain't got the will to lead them brush pile, you gonna have how many people on your boat? You got 3 people. Y'all gonna have 75 eaters in probably about 2 hours. I ain't lying. I'm telling you, those brush piles out there is, I don't know what it is with them brush piles out there. And it's the funny thing is too, from what I've seen so far on the times I've been out there, if you're brush pile fishing on Sam Rayburn, you're gonna catch majority black crappie. It probably like, I'd probably say 7 to 1, 8 to 1. Then if you go to standing timber, you'll catch a lot of, or Roman, you catch a lot of the white crappie, like 7-1, 8-1. So that's something I figured out about that lake. If you want to catch some black crappie, go to the brush piles. If you, I mean, not saying that, I mean, you'll still catch some black crappie because I've caught them roaming and on timber. But if you want to catch the black crappie, go to the brush piles. If you want to catch some of the white crappie, which are the bigger crappie, majority of the time, go to standing timber or go look for Romans. But that lake is amazing. So when he said, it's just a lot of eaters. Well, what the hell is Lake Houston then? Because that ain't it. That ain't it. So my thing is, you can go to Lake Houston. I'm gonna be real with y'all. And it ain't no shade, it's all facts. You can go to Lake Houston, get on the boat with SK. Y'all can catch out 20 crappie. Might have 1.5 pounds out of those 20. You get on the boat with me and go to Sam Rayburn. You better bring somebody else, because it's gonna be 3 of us on there, and we're gonna catch 75. And I can catch a 50 on brush piles. We can go catch 25 roaming and on timber. And I guarantee you the size and the weight won't even be close. It won't be close. So when he said that, I was like, he don't know what he's talking about. You've only fished brush piles on Sam Rayburn. That's why you're saying there's a lot of eaters out there and it's hard to catch big fish. But it's not hard to catch big fish out there. Go to the standing timber. You're going to see them on timber. You're going to see them roaming in that timber. You can go in the shallows. You'll catch them. Now, you're going to have your shit together to go in them shallows and catch them roaming or in the mud. But, yeah, it's trust me. Don't let SK keep lying to y'all. Don't let them keep lying to y'all. Because one thing about it, me personally, well, I can go to one brush pile and limit out. Just go look at other brush piles if I want to, because they're going to be loaded. Or you can go to Houston and fish 30 brush piles for 15 fish, 15 keepers. Now you might catch about 6,000, 8 inches or less, but to catch 10 or better on Lake Houston, you're probably going to have to hit 20 to 30 brush piles. Whereas you can go to Sam Rayburn and hit 1 brush pile and have 3 people on the boat and y'all catch 75. I mean, it ain't even no comparison. He's a clown. He's just a clown. Thomas Fisher said, come on back. I got you covered. God damn it. Tom, my man. Thomas, I promise you. I'm coming this summer. I'm coming this summer. I can't take it no longer. I'm coming this summer. I'm coming this summer. I promise you, Thomas. You're going to be the first one I hit up, because I got to come through Macomb anyway. I got to come from down through that. But I'm telling you, I promise you, Thomas, I'm coming. This summer, I'm coming to Mississippi and I'm doing me some fish. Texas Crappie said, I'm positive I could go there tomorrow and pull 12 plus pounds, and I haven't been there since our tournament. Exactly. And I believe it. I definitely believe it. I definitely believe it. No doubt in my mind. I bet you SK can't get on Lake Houston right now and pull out 12 pounds. Since that's his lake, he knows everything about it. He probably can't even pull out 12 pounds right now about it up. Remember, they say Fork is all that. I'm going again. Hog City. Yes, sir. Fork got some pressure on it right now, though. They had the Crappie Fest a couple weeks ago. Last week they had the Crappie Fest. This week they have the Crappie Masters, the national qualifier. The next week we have our tournament there, which I'm not going to be there. We have the Crappie Masters East Texas Crappie Trail. So there's going to be 3 weeks in a row. Lake Fork going to have some pressure. It got some pressure. It had pressure last weekend. It got pressure this week and this weekend. And it's going to have pressure next week and next weekend. So after that, you might want to wait a couple weeks and let it settle back down before you go out there. Because I can swear they're going to have some pressure on them crappie out there. But it's definitely some monsters out there. Like I said, with 2 17-pound bags pulled out of there today. 17 plus pounds. Texas Crappie said discipline. Yeah, that's one thing about it. That's one thing that was hard for me at first. And let me tell you what helped me by joining the East Texas Crappie Trail. It definitely helped me with discipline. Me looking at a fish on live scope, knowing I already got 7, knowing that fish ain't going to be a kicker fish or a cold fish. So why even, not even going to drop on it. So I actually kind of bring that to how I fish now. Like if I see a bigger fish, I'm gonna go on and try to hunt him down instead of going, let me go get this 10-inch crappie sitting right here. No, I'm gonna get this 14, 15, whatever, bigger crappie. But you definitely gotta have discipline. And when you're on a lake like Sam Raven, now if you are guiding on that lake or you just going out there for recreational crappie fishing, then you'll have at it. But tournament fishing, you gotta have discipline on Sam Raven. If you go in the brush pile, you're gonna get stuck. You ain't gonna have no weight, but you're gonna get stuck there. Kim Burnett said they don't roam on Houston. That's the biggest crock of shit I ever heard in my life. Kim, I promise you. And I know you know, but I promise you. Okay, y'all tell me this. We got 18 people on. What lake do crappie not roam on? Any lake you go on that has crappie, they are gonna be some roamers somewhere. For somebody to even fix their mouth to say this lake ain't got roamers, you sound like a freaking idiot. You sound like a freaking idiot. I've caught several crappie roaming on Lake Houston. Right when he said that, we went out there the next week and didn't fish no structure. We only fished and caught roaming crappie. And we caught about 20 or 25. Just roaming crappie. We didn't touch no structure. So for him to say, I mean, that just sounds like he's an idiot. He's an idiot. Real talk. I couldn't fix my mouth to say a lake don't have roaming crappie. That's just like me saying, oh, somebody catch crappie. You don't put no crappie on this lake. Why are you catching them? Like, of course it's crappie on that lake. Like, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. Just to say there are no roaming crappie on Lake Houston. No, say you don't know how to catch roaming crappie on Lake Houston. That's what he meant to say, but he ain't had the balls to just say it ain't no I can't catch roaming fish on Lake Houston because I can't sit on top of them like I do on brush piles. That's what he should have said. But he didn't want to say the truth, so he said it just ain't no roamers on there, which is the stupidest crap I ever heard. Mr. B said, I got a family in Jackson. He said they on fire, bro. Yo, man, look, I'm tell you something. My dad has called me every day this week. And he's a bank fisherman. My dad has called me, except for this morning. He called me Monday, Tuesday, I think Tuesday, or either Wednesday. Him and my auntie, his sister, they both went out there to Ross Barnett. But he's been to Ross Barnett since last week. Since last week, all this week, fishing from the bank, catching what we call car tags. He been catching car tags from the bank out there on Ross Barnett, been wearing them out. I'm talking about beating them down. Ross Barnett is definitely on fire right now. Ross Barnett is on fire right now. Ross Barnett Reservoir is on fire right now. I'm telling you, my dad literally done called me every day this week, except for today, because I don't think he went today. And even last week he was calling me like, boy, I'm killing them out here. On the bank, killing them. So yeah, Ross Barnett is on fire right now. Romero said on Fork we was throwing back 11-inch fish. I can believe it. I can believe it. Fork got some monsters out there. They might as well switch Fork to like a Grenada style or a Sardis style where it's 12 inches of over 12 inches because Lake Fork got plenty of over 12-inch crappie. Plenty of them. Texas Crappie Assassin Kim. Hard to chase Roman using the remote and no foot pedal. JJ, Mr. Texas Crappie Assassin, for that comment that you just made. For that comment you just made, Mr. Texas Crappie Assassin, I'm going to take me a shot. But you ain't lying. And I've been saying it. I've been saying it. But I got to take a shot before I even speak on it. Somebody get SK up in here. I know he probably watching. He just don't want to say nothing. SK, bring that ass here, boy. Bring that ass here. Come on up in here with your contradictive self. Come on in here. Let me get on you for talking about Sam Raven telling there ain't no big fish out there. Come on, somebody call SK to come get on his lap. He don't like to call names. He like to throw slick shots. I like to call names. So y'all know who I'm talking about, so we don't get confused. Woo! All right, all right. Now let me go back to that comment. Texas Crappie Assassin said, Kim, it's hard to taste Romas when you're using the remote and no foot pedal. You know how SK always says, I hate a pole. I hate a pole. I don't know why y'all using poles. Don't none of the tournament guys use poles? Okay, SK. How many tournament guys do this? This is my key fob, y'all. This is not no remote. How many tournament guys y'all know sit there and fish like this? They got a pole in his hand and they're like this. Man, this wind too bad out here. They need to put some brakes on these things. This wind too bad. I can't stay on the pile on my spotlight. How many tournament guys? How many tournament guys y'all know do that? Don't worry. I'll wait. Don't no tournament guys sit down on the remote because when you're tournament fishing, you're trying to catch roamers, trying to catch fish on standing timber, and you're trying to do all of this. How can you do it with a remote in your hand? You got to know how to use a foot pedal. With the SK say, I hate the foot pedal. I hate the foot pedal. And that's why your bad ass, I ain't gonna never fish no tournament because you know you're gonna be dead last. Dead last because you ain't willing to change. You want to stay the same and you ain't willing to change, and you know you're gonna be dead last if you ever fish across a real crappie tournament. Asleep at the reel. Double salute. What's going on, my brother? It's been a minute, man. What's going on, Sarge? Kim Burnett said, we all know that big crappie wrong, and we catch them with the pole. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That is a fact. But if you don't think like he think, then you wrong. Honestly, I don't see how he can be so arrogant. Using a damn remote, don't know how to use a foot pedal, and want to just only fish a brush pile. I wouldn't even be arrogant if I was a one-trick pony. But he's a one-trick pony. One-trick pony. What you can do? Fish a brush pile. You can't do nothing else. The only way SK can chase a fish if that motherfucker ain't moving. If he's sitting still and he can creep up on him on with that remote, he can't catch Romans. He can't even fish standing timber. I seen it with my own eyes. He cried on Gibbons, which is, like he say, the easy lake. He was on the easy lake and cried for 3 hours because he had one fish on standing timber, and me and Bluegill had our limit. So he can only fish brush piles, one-trick pony. Marcus Henry said, what's your favorite colors to use on Sam Rayburn? Mardi Gras. I ain't got no more. They sold out of Mardi Gras. When I told y'all about Mardi Gras, I told y'all about that Fat Tuesday Chanel. I went back to try to order some, and it ain't none to be found. And I blame y'all. Whoever ordered all of that Fat Tuesday Chanel, I blame y'all. Because I can't find none no more. So I can't make no more Mardi Gras jigs. But it's all, but mostly it's going to be a chartreuse head, chartreuse tail, and I had a greenish purple body. But I can't find no more of that Chanel. So I only got 2 more left. So I'm going to have to, I can't find no more. So I'm going to have to find me a new jig. But Marco, it's most of the time it's a short head, short tail, and a kind of a dark color body. James Edwards, what it do? He said, long time no see, bro. Yes, sir. I'm back in the building, man. I had to come. I wasn't even going to go live today. But when I heard SK was steady throwing little slick shots, I had to go by the liquor store. And then I had to go live because I wish he'd get a little scared ass on here. He talked too much shit to be scared. Thomas said, we will go to the Oxbow Lake. God damn, I'm ready, man. You gonna make me, look, you gonna make me come early. You gonna make me come early down to Mississippi now. You gonna make me come early down there. Sleepy Real said, I can pull 20 pounds out. Just go to the grocery store and boom time. There you go. Boy, you can put a lot of pounds out that grocery store. But see, even Sleepy the Real, you stay on a wonderful lake. You can pull some big weights out of Palestine. Palestine, look, it told me, it showed me, and it told me. Palestine got some big crappie too. I love that lake. It's a beautiful lake. And it has some beautiful big crappie on it. Devon 225 said, am I late for the smoke? Nah, man. We still talking about your boy with his contradictive self. And I'm going to go down the list of country. Let me show you how contradictive he is. I know some of y'all might be wondering, why you always talking about SK? Because he throws slick shots. I don't like people that throw slick shots. He tried to be a little fishing bully. I like to bully the bully. So I have to stay on him because he's the only one that's doing this nonsense. Now, let me show you how contradictive he is. So, if y'all been following him for a while, SK said for years, I would never get live scope. It ain't nothing but 2D. It ain't nothing but 2D. I don't know why y'all getting this live scope. It ain't nothing but 2D. Next thing I know, he done got live scope. He got Garmin on speed dial. My screen won't clear up after this update. Oh, y'all did an update. I need to fix my screen. Why you worrying about an update? You don't need it. It's only 2D. So why you crying about your update on your live scope where it wasn't number 2D? SK again. When we used to fish the little get on Lake Houston, we all used to fish plastics. That's before he started fishing, before he was fishing plastics. This is what he used to say. I would never fish no plastics. Y'all need to fish hand ties. All hand ties are the best. I don't know why. That's why y'all can't win none of these get-togethers. Because y'all fishing with plastics. What do y'all see him do majority of the time now? Fish with plastics. So even he was like, even when he come to, oh, I bought, and then go back to his videos. He even said, oh, the only reason why I bought Live Scope was to fish tournaments. Ask him how many tournaments he been in since he had a Live Scope. Ask him how many tournaments he was in before Live Scope. I'm going to go and save y'all that time. 0. So, I mean, he's just so contradictory. He is so contradictory that it's crazy. And I think that just irks my soul for you to have so much knowledge about this crappie fishing, but you're afraid to fish tournaments because you're a one-trick pony that can only fish brush piles because you just want to stay on the remote. You don't know how to use a foot pedal. And you have to fish 1 to 3 feet from a brush pile. I know why you don't want, and that's why he's like, oh, I'm gonna put my tournament together. Why? So you can only fish Lake Houston and Lake Conroe because you got 3,000 brush piles marked on Lake Houston and Lake Conroe. You know it's not no standard timber on Lake Houston. You know on Conroe it's on a little small area of standard timber there. So you kind of got those lakes down pat. So, and then you said Summerville. You're not coming to Summerville because when we had about 4 or 5 Summerville tournaments about 2 years ago, invited him to every one, and he was scared to come there. So no, y'all get him to start his tournaments, y'all. He said he's gonna start his tournaments. Y'all ask him when he's gonna start his tournaments. Watch, he's gonna say the same thing he been saying. Oh, when the marina open now. The marina open. The new marina's open. He said he's gonna start his tournaments. Y'all ask him when he's gonna start his tournament. Y'all just know it's gonna be an early season because it's only gonna be 2 lakes. I think my lighter done went out. Just know it's gonna be an early tournament season. Cause y'all gonna fish too late. Slick said, Chase Cropper said crickets, LOL. Slick said, pole or transducer, it's personal preference. And that's my thing there. I'll fish with a pole. I have the low jack now. It's on my trolling motor, but it's still like a pole because you can just turn it away. And I love it. I would never leave that. I would gonna stay with. I love it wholeheartedly. I would never change. But my thing has always been, if somebody out there fishing with a cane pole out there, if they got a PVC pipe that they trying to do, so I wouldn't care. Look, if you out there catching fish, it's your personal preference which one to use. As long as you out there catching fish and doing your thing, who cares what you use? I'm not gonna talk down or beat you down because you using this or you using that or you not using what I'm using. You ain't gotta use what I use. Now, if you was a proven tournament winning crappie fisherman, then maybe I'll listen to you a little bit more. But when you haven't even got in a tournament before, how in the hell are you gonna turn and tell me what I need and what I don't need? That's crazy. Chat Jock said some people putting down people who don't fish a leader line and now talking about straight braid. I'm glad you brought up that point, sir. What did he always say? I gotta tie on the leader. You need a leader. But he up there in East Texas getting his ass towed up, and what he said, I had to cut my leader off and go to straight braid. No, SK, put your leader back on. I've always been straight braid. Never fished with a leader, never will. I'm a straight braid, 10-pound braid guy, and that's where I'm gonna stay at. I always been. I ain't gonna change. If somebody wants to fish with a leader, go ahead. But I'm not gonna down you because you fish a leader. I'm not gonna down you because you fish monofilament. I'm not gonna down you because you fish fluorocarbon. If you want to go get some sewing thread and fish with it, good luck. That's all I can say is good luck. But me, I'm gonna have my Cast King low viz 10-pound braid, and that's what I like to fish with. I had to laugh. Sleep of the real, he done got me. He said, what is a Roman crappie? Is it a type of Iranian crappie? I don't know. We might have seen some. Look, you was over there too. We probably seen some Iranian crappie over there. Sorry, I cannot pass it up. Every time I hear Roman crappie, it sounds like Roman crappie. Well, you know, that's my Mississippi accent. But Roman instead of Roman. You got me, Sleep of the real. You got me. Devon25 said, did we discuss why SK don't have Kim on his live anymore? I think I know why. We can go there. If y'all want to go there, we can go there. Let me take me a shot, because we finna go there then. If y'all want to go there, Devon225 always be coming up here being messy, y'all. I'm going to tell you that. If y'all don't know nobody else that's messy, Devon225 gonna come in here being messy. But I'm going to take me a shot right quick. And we're going to get to that. We'll get to that. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Y'all know I'm going to talk about anything y'all ask me, we're going to talk about it. I promise you we'll talk about it. Whatever y'all ask me. Whatever y'all ask me, we can talk about it. Because we're going to keep it real over here. I've been saying that from the get-go. That's all we do over here, keep it real. So we're going to get there. Let's go there. Let's go there. Y'all know I don't mind, so let's go there. Let's go there. Let me take a shot right quick. We can go there. Woo. Okay. We're going to start at being a man. We're going to break it down that far. As a man, if I got some beef with you, or I got a problem with you, the Sleep of the Real just texted me and said, take one more shot. Now, I'm on my third one. I got to go fishing in the morning, so I ain't going that hard tonight. I ain't going that hard tonight, Sarge. So, as a man, if I got an issue with you, if I got a problem with you, I'm not going to text you what problem I have with you. Either I ain't going to have shit to say to you, or I'm going to talk to you as a man. I would prefer face-to-face. We can talk as grown men. And you ain't got to get in your feelings. We can talk like grown men. Or if you want to have a conversation on the phone, we can talk over the phone. But I'm not going to send you no text like we some middle schoolers or high schoolers. I'm not going to send you no text. So because of the facts, I was speaking last time I was on live talking about SK. Because of the facts that I was speaking, Kim only said one word in the comments, and he said facts. That's it. SK finds out about it. He probably was on live. He probably on live now, just don't want to say nothing. He finds out about it and texts him, I think we're going to go in a different direction. This man, 90-some years old, texting another grown man, talking about, I think we're going to go in another direction. Well, all he had to do was, this is what he had to do. Pick up a phone. Hey, bro. Well, you know I really don't like Skinny Kenny because he talked too much shit about me. And I see you said facts. What do you agree with? What was your what was your thing that you agree with? What you felt like he was speaking on me that was truthful? Oh, that's what it was. Oh, okay. So that's how you feel. Okay, that's what's up. Pick up a phone and talk to him. Instead, I think I'm gonna go in a different direction because you said facts. Come on, as a man. Come on, I can respect that. And then my thing is, you don't have enough self-awareness to say, well, that shit is true what he's saying about me. You ain't got no self-awareness to see your own flaws. You don't. Because you think you just so arrogant that you are just the greatest ever, the GOAT, which you ain't even a sheep. You ain't even a fucking, I don't even know. You ain't even a farm animal yet. You still a fucking piece of corn out of some horse shit or something. Like, you ain't even close. You never fished a tournament. Never, ever fished a tournament. So how are you just such great? Because you can talk a good game? You can't talk a good game to people that truly know you. Because you have tournament winners on your live to make you feel credible? No. That ain't gonna do it for me. Yes, you do have guys on your live, guests on your live that has won tournaments. They get down with the get down, and I salute them. But you, sir, I don't care if you get every crappie tournament winner ever known to man on your live. That don't make you a better fisherman, though. Because you have yet to even challenge yourself and fish a tournament. But you said you decided to go in a different direction because this man said facts. And you couldn't even pick up the phone and call him. That's weak. That's weak. That speaks to your character and what kind of dude you really is. I don't want to say what I really think you are because I'm just not going to go all the way hard like that. But y'all know what I mean. Like, you something else. You are something else, buddy. Because there's no way I'm sitting there and text a man, I'm going in another direction. No. See, Lewis, I know where your dad is fishing. I bet you do. I bet you do. And I'm telling y'all, he been going crazy out there. Marcus said, have you ever fished at Lake Ray Hubbard? I have not. That's one of the lakes on my bucket list. I have not fished Lake Ray Hubbard yet. Devon225 said, y'all better stop talking about Lake Houston legend. That's what he is, a Lake Houston legend. He ain't going to leave off that bad boy either. So, Sleepy the Real asked that question. So, Kim Burnett, why are you not on SK's show anymore? So, I just gave you the rundown, Sarge. So, the Devon225 said SK is a beast with the remote. Yeah, if it was a remote tournament / brush pile tournament, oh, he gonna win that book. Cause I ain't finna fish with no remote. I'm gonna tell you, I pack my boat up and go home before I gotta fish with it. I'm a foot pedal guy. I've been a foot pedal guy since I've had a boat. Since I bought my first boat, I foot pedal. I had an edge on it, and I worked that edge like no other. No spotlight, no nothing. Y'all know the edge is that cheap man coating. I used to work that thing, boy. I'm telling you, I used to maneuver that thing. And that's when I fell in love with foot pedals on my first boat because it was an edge trolling motor. And if I get a boat, I need a foot pedal. Then I went to a Tarova, had the electronic foot pedal. I didn't like it, but I used it and I maneuvered and caught thousands of fish with it. So I upgraded and went to Ultrex, and I ain't leaving Ultrex. I love that Ultrex. This is my personal preference. I love an Ultrex. Kimberly said, Sarge, you have to ask SK. I don't even know. 3 351 Cleveland, what it do, man? What it do? Wardell, what it do? What it do? Chad Johnson, we all know why he's not on the show anymore. David Cropper says that Palestine a great lake. It is. I love that lake. I wish it wasn't so far. I'm gonna probably end up going there soon though. I love Palestine. Palestine has some beautiful white crappie and black crappie up there. But it's a beautiful lake. As long as I don't get windy, real windy up there. But it's a beautiful lake. I love that lake. Reels in motion. What's going on? What's going on, brother? Devon said, I'm speaking the truth. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't gonna spread a rumor. But I will state facts. Some people don't like for people to state facts. And I understand it if that's how you are. But it just, you might as well leave. Because I'm gonna state facts. I'm not gonna state things that I think I know. I'm gonna tell you the straight up facts. Theo, he said, you tell him the truth. LOL. That's all I can do is speak facts. See, it was a JJ, how are you, brother? Caught good fish on the baits you gave me. Thanks again. Sleep Real said, I use a pole for several reasons. First, it's easier to make fine adjustments. Second, because I want to keep the fish in view, especially when doing YouTube. There you go. When I'm roaming with that low jack in my hand, I'm like this. Man, it's so easy for me to chase a roamer. My boat can be going this way, but I can still see that fish if it's going that way. So all I got to do is correct the boat with the trolling motor and keep on chasing. Like, compared to having it on a trolling motor where you got to really, maneuver, which I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. But for me, my personal preference is having that low jack, which is just a pole. It's just attached to your trolling motor, and I love it. See, Lewis said, "Amen." Sleepy Real said, "Interesting. I fish 12-pound braid, but have a 2-foot mono leader. The reason is I can see two things. A weight and a jig moving at the same time. Second, and most important, I can keep most jigs wind hung." And see, that's your preference, and there's nothing wrong with it. Trust me, I'm not saying that anything is wrong with someone fishing a leader. My problem was, SK was saying everybody is wrong if you're not fishing a leader. And that's the problem I had. Like, how you want to tell somebody that they wrong because they want to fish straight braid or straight mono or straight fluorocarbon? Like, I prefer braid, and that's how I like it. I know several people that fish leaders and they do great. They do well. I know several people that fish straight. My fam, Yarley, he fished 100% fluorocarbon, and he loves it and catch a lot of fish. I know people that fish straight mono, and they love it and catch a lot of fish. So it's whatever your personal preference is. That's basically what it boils down to. I never knock somebody from doing something, for using something different than what I'm using. Devon 25 said that's cold that he texted him that wouldn't tell Kim. I'm telling you, he texted him. That was weak. Very weak. Kit Duran, I believe Sarge getting the angler. I think Kit Duran said, I believe Steve getting the anglers on anyway. Woo! I think Steve and SK were meant for each other. Two clowns meant for each other. All they gotta do is put some makeup on and a big red nose. Texas Crop said, bro, if you won a tournament on the trail, do you think he would have you on the show? SK can't call me for shit. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Hello, who's at the door? SK can't call me for shit. I wish SK would say, you want to go on my live? Man, I would make him cut his live if I talk so much trash. I'd be like, yeah, man, if SK ever called me, if I ever want to turn on the trail, and SK called me like, man, you want to go on a live? You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, man, let's do it, man. Let's do it. And when I get people up in there, I'm going to tell him a new asshole. I'm like, man, SK, you are garbage. Why your sorry ass ain't getting in the tournament? He going to have to, y'all, we got to end the line. We end the line. Because I would definitely do that. I would do that because I would be an asshole and do something like that. The 125 said fishing can use a pole and he fish tournament. Exactly. I mean, it's nothing wrong with using a pole, y'all. It's nothing wrong with it. The 125 said when Warren Carden told SK he used a straight mono, SK had a look on his face like, why are you doing that? Exactly. Because it's like, if you're not doing what he's doing, you're wrong. But honestly, you need to be doing the opposite of what he's doing because that's why he ain't fishing in no tournament. See, Lewis said, haha, JJ. That would be really funny. Can you imagine? I'm telling y'all, Man, SK would ask me, man, I'm telling you, I would go on the live. I act like everything all good, and I would go on here live. And by the time that thing got good and running, I'm gonna flip the script on him. I will flip the script on him, and it'll be epic. He gonna have to delete it off YouTube and everything because it'll be epic. It will be epic. I talk so much shit to him, he'll be so mad with me. But SK know better. He know not to have me on here live. Like I said, he's too contradictory. If he wasn't so contradictory, it'll be different. You talk too many years, talk too bad about live scope to be so in love with it. You talk all about this pole stuff and tournament guys, but you fish with a remote and won't even touch a foot pedal. You talk about tournament. You say that you bought a live scope to fish tournament, but you have yet to even get close to a tournament. You don't even go to a weigh-in. Come on, man. One said, I think SK really wants to fish the tournament, but don't want to lose the money. Nah, it ain't the money. Don't let them lie to y'all. It ain't the money. It's the pride. His pride won't let him lose. He gotta be in an advantage, which is crazy to me. Like, I'm a very prideful guy too. I'm a very prideful guy, but I love to compete, and I know when you're competing, you're gonna take some L's, and that's okay with me as long as I learned something. If I'm going to these tournaments and I'm not learning anything, then I wouldn't fish them anymore. But I fish these tournaments because I know it's gonna make me a better angler. JJ will tell you, and I'm sure JJ can say the same thing. Before these tournaments, we were not as good of anglers as we were at this present time right now. I can guarantee you Texas Crappie Assassin will say, yes, we've been fishing these tournaments going on our second season, and I'm a way better angler. I guarantee he'll say he's a way better angler than what he was before he started fishing the tournaments. Guarantee you he'll say it. Devon said he just want to stay on the sideline. No, he just scared. And ain't that he want to fish on that he want to stay on the sidelines. He just scared because he don't want to be in last place. I think when SK was in school, I think he was getting bullied all the time. I don't think he played no sports. I think he got bullied all the time. Sleepy the Real said, you like that cigar so often, just wonder if you buy lighters in industrial packs. So no, what I do, because I use these lighters to heat my jig heads up, because I paint a lot of jig heads. So I get the refillables. I buy lighters that are refillable, and I buy the big cans of lighter fluid. So I buy a refillable lighter so I can see how to see it. I just refilled this one yesterday, so that's why it's full. You see how full it is all the way to the top. But no, I buy refillable lighters so that I ain't got to keep buying lighters. I can just buy the fluid. Ken Burnett said, remote, kinda like a pole. Your hand is occupied and you fish with one hand. Same thing, he was like, you got that pole, you only got one hand if you're using a pole. Well, what's the difference in doing this? You only got one hand occupied. That's what I'm saying. He's so contradictory that it makes me mad. It makes my skin crawl. Because I don't understand why you got to be so contradictory. You like blatantly are contradictory. You've been contradictory for a long time. You talked about people using plastics. Now all you do is use plastic. You talked about live scope. Now you in love with live scope. You talk about people using a pole and fishing how tournament guys fish, but you don't fish how tournament guys fish. Like, he just need to shut up. Okay, Texas Crappie Assassin said it. Absolutely, 100%. He became a better angler because of us fishing in this tournament. Tournament fishing. Chet Doc said, do you think you, JJ, and Lamar would beat him on Lake Houston? I think I'd give him a run for his money. Just because I wouldn't fish brush piles. I would fish roaming fish. I know there's no standing timber there. So I would look for a roaming fish out there to catch. But I would say this, because he helped dig that lake, he definitely will have a big advantage over everybody on that lake. So we even try to get even the odds and asked him for 2 years straight now to fish the crappie master on Conroe, which he have a lot of knowledge on Conroe, but he's scared to fish it. He went fishing 2 years in a row. The first year, I personally said on live, you can go back because I keep receipts. You can go back on my live back then, last year. And I told him I would pay for your entry fee. I would pay for your entry fee to fish Conroe. If he was gonna fish Conroe this year, I promise y'all I would have paid his entry fee. But he ain't gonna fish it. Now we go to crop. I guarantee if we had a crappie master on Lake Houston, he probably wouldn't fish it. If we had a crappie master East Texas crappie trail on Lake Houston, he probably wouldn't fish it because he know he got a chance to lose. He know there's gonna be some hard hitters out there. Ronnie Harris, what's going on? Marco said, "Wow, fishing for crappie. Have you ever sometimes caught a few bass in the mix?" I have. I'm gonna tell you how I am because I do crazy. When I recreational fish, I do crazy stuff. So last time, me and 2 or 3 weeks ago, we was on Sam Rayburn, me and KP. We was just messing around out there, and we was on some timber, and we seen a big garden come through the timber. He was just cruising. I said, "I'm gonna drop down and catch him." He was like, "Man, don't catch it, man. I ain't got time. We trying to grab no net. You gonna be fighting with this." So I do stuff like that. So when I'm crappie fishing and I've got close to my limit, or I know I can get my limit real quick, which is pretty easy to get limits on the lakes I've been fishing. I do. I see a gar down there or a big catfish or bass. Last week when I was on the new lake that I've never fished before, I got my limit so fast. I went scouting on some old timber and I started seeing white bass on the live scope, which I kind of figured out how they look compared to a crappie. And I just started white bass fishing. Literally, I talked to Yardley, talked to my fam. He was like, "Man," I was telling him how the white bass was. I said, "There's some huge white bass out here. And there's plenty of them." He was like, "Man, we're catching me a few then." I was like, "Okay." And when he said that, I started white bass fishing. But on live scope, white bass fishing. So I definitely, when I see a bigger fish like gar and big catfish and big bass or even white bass, I switch it up and start fishing with those on the same jig, trying to catch them. So I definitely fish for different species. But if I'm just getting to the lake, no, I'm strictly crappie fishing. But once I get my numbers, then I go play around with other species. Sleepy the Real said, "If you pay my entry fee, I will fish the next one." Well, I'm not gonna be at the next one. I'm not gonna be at Lake Fork. So I'm not gonna make Lake Fork, which is next weekend. Good luck to everybody at Lake Fork, but I'll probably go ahead and hit the one on Lake of the Pines. But I won't be at Lake Fork though. So I haven't fished Lake Fork or Lake of the Pines, but I just chose. It's a lot of driving, and that's only because it's a lot of driving. Lake Fork is about 5 hours, 4.5, 5 hours, and like 5 hours, 5.5 hours, I think. And matter of fact, I'll look it up. And Lake of the Pines, I think it's like 4.5 hours. So I said, I'm not. That's a lot of driving. So I said, I need to fish one or the other. And just because I know those fish are gonna be pretty skittish next week for all the pressure that's got put on them for the last 3 weeks, I chose just to fish Sam Rayburn. So to Lake Fork is 4.5 hours, 270 miles. And to Lake of the Pine, is 4 hours and 36 minutes, 270 miles. So like they are equal, 4.5 hours. So I was like, I said I'm gonna fish one of them. I ain't gonna fish both of them because I'm gonna have to pre-fish, come back, and then actually fish the tournament. So I said I didn't want to do all that driving. Quentin Jackson, what's going on? I can't even see it. DRD Outdoors, what's going on, brother? So what's going on? You didn't fish You didn't fish fork this weekend? No, I did, man. So I seen Lamar posted on the live weigh-in that he broke his trolling motor in the first 40 minutes. Sound like a lot of boats got beat up. Yeah, so Lake Fork got a lot of timber on it. Lake Fork got a lot of timber on it, and it's just tough luck. Cause that's one thing about tournament fishing too. When you're tournament fishing, you know something always happen. You're gonna break something. Something gonna happen. Something gonna always happen when you're tournament fishing. You recreational fishing, you can drive like a maniac, do all kind of crazy stuff, and your boat, everything will work perfectly. But when tournament day comes, you know it's always something. But also DRD Outdoors, I'm gonna put it out there because I keep it real. Me and Lamar got a little powwow right now, so we gonna have to we gotta have us a sit down and have us a grown man conversation. We ain't talking right now. Chat Jock said, you gonna get crappie brakes on your new boat? I am. So when I bought my boat, it had one power pole on it. So I gotta purchase another power pole, which is $1,800. Jesus. And then I'm gonna have to purchase the crappie brake, which is like $1,100, $1,200. So that's $3,000 that I gotta pay to get my crappie brakes, because I gotta get one more power pole, and then I gotta get the crappie brake, because I want the ones that attach to the power poles, the bracket that attached to the power poles, so you can just let them down when you let down the power poles. So that's $3,000 that I don't want to spend right now. The other said, oh, sorry, I didn't know that between you guys. It's all good. I told you I keep it real over here, then. I ain't no secrets over here. I keep it 1,000. One thing about me, we always keep it real. Whether people like it or not. Some people don't like people that keep it real. They rather have a person that lied to them. I'm not a person that's going to lie to you. So if you want me to lie to you, then don't talk to me. I'm going to keep it real. And that's just what it is. Mike Turner said, what to do, Kenny? I'm late tonight. Looks like some messy stuff was said earlier. Man, look. There was a brand new bottle that I just cracked open. I done got a little bit off of it. I done took 3 shots out of it. I might got me one more shot before I get off live. But yeah, we had to clear some air. We had to clear the air with a little something. We had to clear the air. Steve Real said, I'm fishing a tournament in Tennessee at the end of April. Then going to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Then fishing Lake Jordan, Willie, Lake Hartwell, South Carolina, Gunnersville, Alabama, then Grenada. Going to be a fun trip. Boy, you're going to be doing some driving. Now now you dedicated. Sarge, you dedicated. I'm going to do quadruple salute you, Sarge, because you dedicated. That's a whole lot of driving. That's a whole lot of driving. And with my work schedule, I do enough driving during the week. So it's even hard for me to drive 2.5 hours to Sam Raven, and I love that lake. That's why I ain't going in the morning. I really want to go to that lake in the morning, but I just be tired. I might wake up in the morning and say hell with it and go to Sam Raven. But I'll probably be at Merval. I'll probably be going to Merval, but I know my body ain't gonna let me go and drive up to Merval 3.5, 4 hours and then have to turn around and come back. But I definitely want to be there. As my wife said, you're already there. Ha ha ha. I am. So I'm already there. So that's all I'm gonna take 3. I ain't gonna take another one. I might turn up. So I'm gonna turn down. I gotta go fishing in the morning. And I don't even know where I'm going. Chat Jock said, I agree, Kenny. I can't be your friend unless I agree with everything you say. I swear. I don't like those type of people either. I don't like somebody that have a different process things or think differently than me or don't agree with me and just won't say it like, well, I don't know, man. And I don't think that's right. Or I don't look at it that way. I look at it differently. I will respect you so much more than somebody that agree with everything you say. Because I ain't going to agree with everything you say. I'm not. I ain't built like that. Like, I got my own opinion. So I'm not gonna agree with everything you say. Mike Turner said Devon 225, y'all threw somebody under the bus. Now Mike Turner, you know Devon. When Devon 225 come in here, he gonna keep up some shit. You know he gonna keep up some shit. You know Devon 225 gonna keep up some shit. He the messing one in here. Devon 225 is the messing one in here. He always gonna keep the mess up. But he know I'm gonna speak on it. Sleepy Real said, bro, you go to Merval, I will meet you. I wanna go. Sarge, I wanna go. That's a long drive. Though. Like I said, my fam Yarley, he already up there. Fam already up there, and I told him I was gonna come and meet him up there. But man, I don't feel like driving up there. Let me look. That's a long drive. And see, the thing about it, I can't even get my boat out of storage till 5 o'clock. Like, I can go get it now because the storage closed at 11 o'clock. So I can go get it now and park it in the parking lot. But then somebody might be hating at the apartment complex, and then I get my Jeep and my boat get towed. Then I'm going to be sick in the morning. So I don't want to take that chance. So I can't get my boat until 5 a.m. And from here, Lake Merval is 3.5 hours, 206 miles. I ain't got it in me. I got half of that though. I can drive about an hour and a half. Like Somerville is about an hour and 15 minutes. Lake Houston about an hour. Conroe like an hour and 15 minutes. That's about all I got in me. I gotta go fishing, but I ain't got 3 hours one way in me. I promise you I don't. I want to go so bad, but I ain't got it in me. I'm gonna be honest. Sarge, I ain't got it in me. I would love to go to Merval. Merval is one of the best lakes in Texas. If you ask me, it's probably the best. But I just ain't got the energy to go there. That's probably where SK at. He didn't want to say the SK said what lake he was at in East Texas. I guarantee you that's where he at. Kenny, show me some of your latest hand ties. I can't do that, Mike Conner. I just invented some new hand ties yesterday. New colors, new all of it. I can't show it to y'all yet. I'll show it to y'all once I test them out. I gotta go test them out first. Once I test them out, then I'll show y'all my newest inventions. The last time I showed y'all a jig, I can't find the Chanel no more. I showed y'all my Mardi Gras jig, and when I went online to buy some more Fat Tuesday Chanel, it's sold out. And I've been looking for it for a whole month now, and I can't even find them. So I'm gonna show y'all I'm gonna test my jigs out, then I'll show them to y'all. But I'm not gonna tell y'all what they are, what nothing is, because I don't want them to be sold out. Oh, it's ideal tomorrow. I looked at the weather. Sleepy the Real. It's ideal tomorrow. 6 miles an hour. I don't like fishing glass lakes. I don't like fishing with this glass, meaning no wind. I don't like fish. I like that 6 to 7, 6 to 8 miles an hour. That is identical weather, wind to fish in. Tomorrow is going to be a phenomenal, beautiful, great day to be fishing in the state of Texas, at least the east side of it, northeast and southeast. They're going to have some big fish out there on Lake Fork tomorrow because they battle that wind today, and tomorrow they ain't going to battle no wind. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be like same weather, 6, 7 miles an hour, and it's going to be like the base over the whole northeast, east, and southeast Texas. So I mean, it's going to be beautiful weather. I think it might be in the 70s or 80s. It's going to be beautiful weather to fish tomorrow. So I got to go somewhere. Texas Crappie says, fun chasing them big roamers on Merval. Yes, Lord, it is. Because they got some monsters. I believe that was SK yet. SK didn't say what lake he was at on East Texas, but I guarantee you that's the lake they was at, trying to catch a 3-pounder. Quentin Jackson said, any giveaways tonight, Kenny? I'm glad you said that. So I got like 6 boxes over here. I'm going to show y'all. These are what I made for the giveaways I have yet to do. I got 6 different boxes. And these probably got from 20 to 30 jigs. I was just putting jigs in them until they filled up. So all of these got like 20 to 30 jigs. And I'm going to tell y'all what I do. This is what I'm going to do. If I go fishing tomorrow, Lord say the same. I go fishing tomorrow, and if I catch a limit of crappie on one of these local lakes, which is not going to be easy, I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna do 6 giveaways. I'm gonna do 6 different giveaways, and we're gonna do them Sunday. We'll do them tomorrow. I mean Sunday, not tomorrow. We're gonna do 6 giveaways Sunday of all of these jigs. If I can catch a limit tomorrow, I'm gonna bring my GoPro out. I think the battery charged on it. I think it's on my boat, so I hope the battery charged on it. But I'm gonna bring my GoPro out tomorrow, and I'm gonna do some recording. And if I can catch a limit of crappie of keepers, I'm gonna do 6 giveaways Sunday. Devon 225 said folks be talking bad about Bobby Garland baits are too soft and tear up easily. I've used them and haven't had any issues. They are the originator of the baby shad style. They are the originators. But trust me, you get on some of them big black crappie, them big aggressive crappie, I gave up on them. I ain't gonna be honest with you. I gave up on Bobby, and I love Bobby Garland baits. I love their baits. But I can't be switching the bait every 2 fish. And I've had some bust up on me. I ain't gonna lie to you. They are great baits. But I've been having some, they've been getting towed up with me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's sleep with the wrist. I'll go up here, man. Come on. I ain't got it in me. Hey, fam. Fam, I ain't got it in me. I'm sorry. Sarge, I'm sorry. I ain't got it in me. Devon 225 says the SK fishing East Texas. I think he said he was in East Texas. Oh, they in Mississippi. Oh, okay. I didn't know where they was fishing at. Ken Burnett said him and Steve are in Mississippi. What lake they on in Mississippi? If I knew that, I would have made a couple calls. Catch them out there. Let me be quiet. I'm just talking, y'all. I'm just talking. Sleepy the Real said, I have never fished it, but want to. Just look 55 minutes away. Is it stumping? It has a lot of timber in the middle, and you're going to catch some of the biggest crappie you ever caught in your life. And I ain't going to say too much. I'm just going to leave it. I think that was enough right there. It's a wonderful lake. And it has boat lanes too. Marked boat lanes. So you ain't got to worry about the hidden stuff. It's marked boat lane throughout the whole lake, all the way up to the bridge. Oh, they in Grenada? Okay. Okay, well, I was glad you're not like SK and giving things away. Y'all know I started the giveaways. When nobody on YouTube doing giveaways until I started doing giveaways. Nobody was doing giveaways. I started doing giveaways and everybody started doing it. Marco Henson, have you ever tried fishing jigs under a slip bob? That's how I started fishing back in the day as a kid, as a child. Well, I would say as a teenager. As a teenager, that's how I started crappie fishing, a bobber and a jig. And I fished that same way until about 2016. I didn't start vertical jigging until like 2016. I used the jig and the bobbers. We started crappie fishing. My dad had me crappie fishing at 6 years old. We was at Ross Barnett Reservoir on the Spillway with a bobber in the middle. I started fishing that way, and once I became a teenager, I started seeing some of the guys catching crappie. I'm like, what is that they're using? What is that? That's green? What is that green? They were using jigs. I didn't know nothing about jigs then. It was tube jigs then. I started doing bobbers and tube jigs. And as I got older, I went from, different other jigs then. But yeah, I've been fishing a bobber and a jig. That's the only way I crappie fish from a teenager to like 2016. Boy, Sleepy the Real got me dying over here. He already put numbers up. I ain't even doing no giveaway. Sleepy the Real, you got my number tonight. I ain't lying, you got my number tonight. Are they at Grenada? Oh, okay. Texas Crappie said driving to Mississippi to fish brush piles on the Roman Crappie Lake. I swear. Look, I'm going to tell y'all something now. See it, Lewis will tell you, Texas Crappie said they'll tell you. If you're going to Grenada, everybody knows it's the home of the big crappie. If you're going to Grenada and you got a brush pile mindset, don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Please don't. You're going to catch those big crappie roaming. You're going to catch them roaming, and roaming. Oh, Kim said he was invited to go before the incident. Before he said facts, they sent him an invite. But because he said one word, facts, They took their invite back. I'm telling you, they act like little school kids. Quinn Jackson said, dang, y'all too far away from me. He said, anybody in Virginia? No, I ain't that far over, man. I'm not that far over. So it was just SK and what the other dude now? What the other dude now? I can't think of his name. Him and Steve. Just SK and Steve sitting in the tree. I ain't gonna say the rest. Y'all know the rest of it. Chat Jock said, in Mississippi, what happened to not driving by fish to catch fish? Another contradictive statement. Why am I driving by fish to catch fish? That man drove over 2 other states to go catch fish. Well, I'm trying to catch the big fish. I thought Lake Houston had big fish. So why you got to go to Mississippi to catch big fish? You caught a 3-pounder on Lake Houston. Why you can't go catch another one? Oh, okay. See, Wilson, I'm not taking frag grenades with me to Grenada. No stumps. I have to have the advantage. You sound like SK. SK got to have the advantage too. That's why he won't fish tournaments. Because he got to have the advantage. Now, I'm like I said, I'm going to Mississippi this summer. This summer, I am going to Mississippi, and I'm going to do some fishing back home. Devon225 said he doing that because of Steve. That's the only reason. Yeah. But you see how much crying he doing on. You see how much crying he doing when you get out of his element. That's how you know he's not a tournament style crappie fisherman. You do all that crying because you got to get out of your comfort zone. Crappie fishing ain't comfortable. You're going to be out your comfort zone all the time when you crappie fish. You got to figure out something new every lake because every lake is different. What did he say? If you can catch fish on Lake Houston, you can catch fish anywhere. I guarantee you can't go catch a limit on, he can barely catch a limit on, most of the time he don't even catch a limit on Lake Houston. He definitely ain't gonna catch no limit out there on Grenada. And there's only 15 for a limit. Ken Walker said, they in Steve boat. He not going to pull his boat that far. No, definitely not. He ain't even got the right equipment to go to Grenada and fish. Because you think you finna go fish and catch crappie on Grenada with a beep, 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 beep. Oh, you in trouble already. You in trouble already. D.R. said, see, money ain't an issue with SK. I already know it wasn't. That's his excuse he used. Oh, it's expensive. But you all way in Mississippi and Grenada. But it's expensive to fish tournaments. Man, you all way in Grenada. You know how much money you could have saved? How many tournaments you could have fished in Texas? That's just an excuse. Don't let that man lie to y'all. Don't let him lie to y'all. Well, y'all, it's been fun. It's getting late. I got to go jump in this young shower. And I'm going to lay it down so I can go and try to get this limit so I can do this six box of jig giveaway. There's some nice jigs in there too, y'all. Just give y'all a little quick glimpse of it. There's some nice jigs in there. We got 6 boxes. So we're going to do these giveaways if I catch me a limit of crappie. So y'all pray that I catch me a limit of crappie tomorrow. If so, we'll be doing a 6-box giveaway Sunday. We got one more question. Marco said, would you try wade fishing for crappie in creeks with falling timber? I don't like snakes. So I don't plan on doing no wade fishing. Because everybody see wade fishing, they see snakes out there. I hate snakes. Unless, look, because they ain't going to let me start shooting at snakes in the water. So, no. I'm not gonna. I mean, it's cool, but I don't like snakes, so I don't want to wade fish. So until next time, maybe it'll be Sunday if I catch me a limit of crappie, depending on what lake I go to. Until next time, it's your boy Skinny Kenny, the Bronze Star Bet, double salute. We out.